What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the 2016 convention exclusive limited edition 1 of 850 pieces Mighty Morphin Megazord from Bandai America. This was the NYCC exclusive, and yeah, I was happy to get my hands on this big chunky vinyl figure. It is pretty cool. I dig it for the most part. It's not perfect. You know, it has a lot of the problems that a lot of like the cheap vinyls do, which is kind of a bummer since this wasn't really a cheap vinyl per se. This was a good 60 bucks. It was a convention exclusive though, so there's that. As you can see, he barely fits in my camera screen here. Like, he really doesn't fit. He's a good, like, 8 inches tall, and, you know, so he just barely makes it from top to bottom, kind of, sort of. So, here he is compared to the other convention exclusive, which is the movie Red Ranger from the Legacy series. So as you can see, he's a good couple heads taller than him. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this big guy. So let's move him forward a little bit. So the sculpt is really awesome. He's in this, like, you know, super deformed style. You know, he's like a squat, you know, chunky little guy. I love him. I love the design of this. It looks great in my opinion. So as far as the sculpt goes, it's pretty solid. You know, there you go. There's the saber-toothed tiger and the triceratop head, and you know, as his head is pretty cool. You know, that's about all the details you get. So, but there you go. Like the fist is sculpted pretty fine. That looks cool. Here's what his back looks like. As you can see, there's a little articulation on this guy. Nothing major, but it is there. Let's check it out. Got a head on a swivel, shoulders, you got elbow swivel, and no wrist swivel. I thought that might have been, though isn't. Nothing in the waist. And then you just get the swivel here at the top of each Zord. So that's the articulation for this guy. You know, it is what it is. It's a vinyl figure. So there's that. At least you get a little bit of posing options. I will say though, like his arms are kind of heavy, and they do tend to. They're a little floppy. You know, both of them, as well as his legs. Nothing is really held in tight here. His head is the only thing that's kind of tight. So if that's a big problem with you, you know, I'd stay away from the aftermarket on this guy. I haven't checked in to see what he's going for on the aftermarket. It is a great piece. If you are at NYCC, I hope you and are a fan of Power Rangers. I hope you are able to snag one, because I think it, you know, it looks pretty awesome. But let's get into the next part, the paint, which is not so hot. You know, like it's, as you can see here, it's not really they didn't really adhere to the lines too much on this figure. A little bit sloppy in a lot of places. Let's see if we, yeah, I mean, nothing is really perfect. So it's unfortunate. Again, you know, if you're gonna charge 60 bucks for something like this, I'd expect a little bit of a tighter paint job. So it is what it is. I still think it looks good, you know, like if you're looking at, you know, at it up close, you can see it's not like so great. Even back here, it's less of a big deal on the back, I guess, but his face is done pretty well, I gotta say. Nothing really major in his face to complain about. So yeah, I mean, if you have them on the shelf like this, I mean, you really can't tell. It's when you really examine it up close that you can see, like, they just, you know, painting in the lines was not something they cared about too much. You can see right here in his arms too, his forearms. Yeah, look at that. It's unfortunate, you know. Just I wish it was better, you know. But it is cool. I really dig it. Like, it's a nice look for the Megazord. It really lends itself well to this look. There's also, speaking of this type of look, there is a Tamashii Buddies version, which is like yay big. Like, that looks like this. The super deformed version coming out at some point next year. And that'll be a definite must get, especially since that'll probably be cheap, you know. I can't imagine that being too much. I think they go for about $12.99, and that's here, you know, in the US, so it's not so bad. So, you know, overall, I like this guy. He's a fun figure. I'm really glad I got it, despite like the little paint problems and a little bit of looseness. I could let it all go because overall, I think it still looks good. It's a fun representation of the Megazord. You know, getting it at New York Comic Con, you know, was really cool. This is actually the first thing I did when I got there. I got this guy and this guy. So on that Thursday, I was able to snag them both and just get that out of the way. They both were sold out well before the end of the weekend. So it was a good thing. I just, you know, I wanted them and I got them, and that's that. And, you know, I dig it. Like, again, I dig it. Your mileage definitely will vary here. I definitely can't blame you if you see this video and you're like, man, that paint is not worth, heck, it's not worth 60 bucks. It's definitely not going to be worth the aftermarket prices. And I will agree with you there. But since I got it on site at the time, I was very happy with making that purchase. And I'm still happy now. I still like it. So that's all I got, guys. Check out my Facebook page. I will have unboxed pics of this guy in all shapes, all styles of poses. Not that there's that many poses that you could do, but definitely lots of angles, and you could, you know, further take a look at what this guy has to offer. Alright guys, till next time, peace out peeps.